Hello YouTube, I'm back again. I want to talk to you today about senior citizens. Do you trust FEMA or the federal government in a shit hits the fan situation? Now me, I had talked about FEMA before, and I said, okay, if FEMA came through and they wanted to help us and take us somewhere, not to take us, but have a place for us to go to pick up stuff and like supplies, water, food, and all that stuff, would I go and do it? Yeah, I'd go and do it. But if FEMA came and said, look, we're here to pick up all the senior citizens and take them to a safe place to give them food, water, and lodging and all that stuff, would I go? No. Because, see, it'll be something wrong with that whole scenario. Why in the world would FEMA want to come and just pick up the old people, senior citizens like myself? I mean, why wouldn't they want to pick up the young people and people that's disabled and stuff like that? I don't see it happening because I always have this vision that they would take the old people and get rid of them, just eliminate the seniors so they wouldn't have to feed them, wouldn't have to pay for their disabilities, and wouldn't have to take care of them and keep them on the books. It's like culling the herd. You get them, you get the bad ones out. You just start off with a whole new crop. You got all the younger people, and then as well as I do, most younger people are easier brainwashed than the older people because we lived. We've been around 50, 60, 70 years, and they will come and they will say, look, we want everybody to come to this place. We want to take care of you. We want to give you food. We want to give you water. We want to give you clothing. We want to give you medical. We want to take care of you. Just come on, leave your spots and come on down. I don't trust the government, especially if they say something like that. If they tell me I have to leave, I know I'm not going because I'm bugging in. Because you don't trust them. If they say they got something for me, maybe I send some member of my group to pick it up. But as far as leaving, I'm not trusting them to take care of me like that because that's why I'm a prepper and that's why we bug in. And that's why we prepare. So we won't have to depend on the federal government or anything like that in a devastating event that might happen, because you never know. I mean, I was thinking the other day, what if the Yellowstone, I think it's Yogi Bear, super volcano erupt and it knocks out, you know, most of the United States. I mean, it's going to knock out everything eventually because of the cloud that's coming and the radiation that's going to be out there because there's a lot of missile sites out that way, and states are going to just be gone. It's going to be wiped off the map. And I'm just going to say this, that if they come and say, look, we got help for you, I'm not going to believe them because they won't be able to help themselves. And I think that they might just end up being, how should I say, in it to get what you got. So all I'm saying is this. I mean, if FEMA comes, and I'm not just talking about FEMA for everybody. I'm talking about FEMA for the senior citizens because in an event like that, when you lose a good portion of your population and you won't be able to feed the other part of the population, you're going to have to get rid of some more of the people of that population so you can feed the remaining people of that population. And you figure that we as senior citizens, myself included in that bunch, they figure that senior citizens are the most vulnerable people they can do in a situation like that, to get rid of them and that nobody will miss them. Well, that's the way they think. That's the way they think. I mean, it could be another genocide. They did that in Nazi Germany when they tried to eliminate a whole bunch of people. And that's what they'll probably try to do in a shit hit the fan event like that, so they won't have to feed everybody. Well, they would get rid of a lot of people, but in doing that, you're getting rid of a lot of knowledge. I mean, people that live 50, 60, 70, and 80 years plus, we have so much knowledge, so much stuff we went through that we know that we had to do. Nowadays, people say, well, I got to Google it. We don't have to Google it. We lived it. We know it. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I'd be around my relatives all the time, and I sit up there and I really want to laugh a lot of times when they started doing things, and I know that they don't know the stuff that I know. It's people I know that don't even know how to use a hammer. They don't even know what a hammer is. So I'm just saying. So all I wanted to say is this. I mean, I don't really want to talk too long about this video. I'm just saying, in a shit hit the fan event, when stuff goes bad, and FEMA, and I mentioned this before, if FEMA come and say they want to take you somewhere and put you in a camp, don't do it. Don't go. But if FEMA comes and say that they want to give you some stuff, you know, that's a 50-50 proposition. If you want to go and get the supplies and whatever they might have for you, because it might be a trap, it might be a trick, and it might not, you can do it. I would do it, you know, because you never know, you know. But I ain't gonna go on, you know, empty-handed. Let's put it that way. So I'm just saying, for senior citizens, you know, we've been around a long time. We done seen a whole lot of things. We done seen a whole lot of tricks out there being played on us, and we are in it to win it. We are here, and we do this because we do it for our families. You know, we might not be around, but our families will, and that's why we do what we do. You're never too old, you're never too sick, and you're never too crazy to prep, because a lot of times they think we just crazy. Alright, YouTube.